I'm Eric Suter, and I got an email from your teacher who asked me if I would send my clip from the Educator of the Year ceremony from Saturday because she heard me talk, and I said I said I would help her out by doing something even better, and I would tape a clip for you guys specifically. Trying to share some of my own story, some of my ups and downs, and how I am, how I got to where I am today. So the truth is, I'm a 36-year-old teacher, and I'm a stutterer. I have been my whole life. Um, I've had it since I was born, and I'm gonna have it until the day I die. Um, and but that's who I am, and I own it. Um, I could so having a stutter, um, kind of I can do two things. I could either A, feel sorry for myself and think that every day is going to be tough, or I could option B, I could own it and I could be proud of who I am and I can overcome it. Um, I am here today um, as a special ed teacher. And if you told me in fifth grade, sixth grade that I would be um, honored for a job where I stand up all day and talk, I'd say that you're crazy. There's no way. Um, but I am here today because I own who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I know that I am far from perfect and I'm going to screw up. That's who I am. That's who we all are. We all screw up. But I know that through all the help that I get, my friends, my family, my teachers, all the support I get, I can overcome just about anything. And so I've had a stutter since I was born, and I can remember the earliest time I got teased for my stutter was when I was 6. Um, I've seen how ignorant people can be, but I've also seen how kind people can be. And for all the people out there who can tease you, make fun of you because you're different, you stand out, you seem kind of off, you seem kind of odd. For all of those people, there's a ton more who are sweet, who are kind, who are patient, um, who they understand that everybody has flaws. Everybody has a story. Um, I've found that people who put you down, people who tease, uh, people who go out of their way to make you feel bad, to make you feel different, have their own, they have their own insecurities. And truth is, I'm proud of who I am and who I've surrounded myself with. My group of friends are some of the most kindest, most patient, funniest, caring people ever. And that's who I pick to surround myself with. Um, I surround myself with people who are going to pick me up, and in turn, I'm going to pick them up. It's an extremely positive friendship culture, I guess you could say. Um, I know that I am far from perfect. I have tons of flaws outside of stuttering. Um, I forget to do a lot of stuff, especially stuff here at home. But anybody has flaws. And so be the person who's going to either force somebody to pick them up, because in turn, don't you want the same thing for you? Um, so my story is I'm a teacher, and the truth is, I didn't think I would be a teacher. I always thought that, first of all, I of course thought I was going to be an athlete. And after high school and college, when I found out that that's not going to pan out, I had to start school for something. And, when I started college, I started to think, my stutter is going to play a big part of who I am. And so originally, I was going into college for writing because I thought that's something that I don't have to talk a ton in. Um, but then the more I got into it, the more I actually thought, you know what, I'm going to help those who have the same thing that I have. And I started to go to school to be a speech therapist. And I was excited about that. I went to school for a long time for that. And when it came time to find a job and to go to school for my master's degree for that, turned out that I didn't have the grades to get into that. So I had all these hopes and dreams of helping those who had the same thing that I have, and it didn't happen. And I was crushed because I thought this is the path that I'm supposed to take. Um, but then um, one of my teachers in college said, "Have I ever thought about being a teacher?" And I thought, no way. I'm here to be a speech therapist. And he said, well, I see how I am with people and with kids. And he thinks I would be a great special ed teacher. Turns out he was right, because that's what the best teachers do, is they see things in us that we don't see ourselves. And sometimes that's what friends do too. They see things in us that we don't see ourselves, and that's that's why it's so crucial that you surround yourself with with um, with with people who care, people who are kind, people who are patient, people who will help you. I mean, people who will pick you up. And so I started teaching, and as they say, rest is history. And so I'm in a spot now where I get to school, where I get to go to school every day, and I get to help, and I get to show kids like you guys that even though you have your flaws, even though you have things that you have to overcome on a daily basis, hope is here. And and things may seem impossible at times, and hurdles may seem so high that there isn't hope. Um, but if I can sit here today as a teacher who I can head to school every day and talk and help and be there for kids, um, anybody can do it. And so, um, biggest thing that I could say for kids your age is to be kind, um, be open to people, because everybody, I don't care who it is, they have their own story. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own hurdles. Some people have bigger hurdles, but people are all going up against something. And sometimes it's things that you don't always see. Sometimes it's things like a stutter that you do see. Sometimes it's anxiety. Sometimes people are afraid to take a test. People are afraid to stand up and give a speech. People are afraid just to say hi. Um, be open to them. Be patient. Be kind. Um, so I'm totally happy that I'm here to share some of my story with you guys. I'm totally open to sending. I'm totally open to sending messages back and forth. So the truth is, I hope to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to um, f- feel free to write them down. Have your teacher send me an email. I'll be more than happy to answer questions and send them back on here. Um, hope I hope that this has helped somewhat, and I hope you guys continue to end the school year strong. I know that this is a time of school year where, it's starting to get hotter outside. It's the end of the school year. You could possibly hope not be slacking off on your schoolwork, but I hope not. So end the school year strong. Stay on top of your schoolwork, and I hope you guys have a awesome rest of the day.